Welcome to this demo video for the Android application Quadratic Equations Plus, which is an evolution of the free version Quadratic Equations. It features new functionalities, no ads, and also this landscape layout here to get best results for the graphics. So let's start with an example. Imagine that you want to determine the roots for this equation here. So you'll have x squared plus x minus 2. By the way, if you have troubles entering the minus signal or even the decimal point, you can double tap on the number and it will change the signal and add the decimal point. So now let's click here on solve. The program will show now some screens. The first one will show you the discriminant, so you'll have here a result of 9, so the equation has two roots. To navigate to the next screens, you can use this menu here. On larger devices, you'll see this menu these tabs spread it in the horizontal. But for smaller devices you'll have this drop-down menu here. So in this case, and to make it easier for you to navigate through the screens, you can use these links here. For instance, I'm going to click here on Get Roots, and the program will show you the next screen with the calculation of the roots. So we have here x equals 1 or x equals minus 2 as the roots for this equation. You can also see the graphic, and on the left you'll have some results. We have here the roots, we also have here the intersection with epsilon and the vertex coordinates. The values here are underlined because you can click here and see the calculation of the vertex. So we'll have here the results for h and k, which are the vertex coordinates for x and epsilon respectively. You can also see the equation in the vertex form. So clicking here on back, we are on the graphic again. You can zoom it. So if you have a very narrow parabola, and you have some difficulties to read the numbers, you can zoom up to 2.5 and drag the graphic to better see the values. Now pay attention that some devices, for instance laptops or devices with very high resolutions or low memory, you might experience some errors when increasing the zoom factor. If you see such an error, it is not directly a problem of the application, but it means that your device does not have enough memory to handle the size of the graphic. So finally we have the values. And for the values we will find this table here with values for x and the corresponding values for epsilon, and it's centered on the vertex coordinates. So we have here minus 0.5 and minus 2.25. You can see the values in the left of the vertex by scrolling up, or the values on the right by scrolling down. Can also change the step factor. You can decrease to have more decimal points, so you have more precise, or you can increase to bigger steps, so you have bigger values. You can also, for instance, let's see that we want to know for x equals 3 what will be the result for the epsilon. So you just tap here and you have that the result is epsilon equals 10. You can do also the opposite. For instance, if you insert here epsilon equals 10 and tap here, we'll see the results for x. So we have here two possible values, x1 equals 3 or x2 equals minus 4. If you enter a value that is that does not belong to the parabola, for instance y equals -5, the result will be dashes. This means that there are no x values for this value of y here. You can also click here on the pencil to go back to the equation editor. And for advanced students, for instance, if you have an equation that will not have real roots, for instance this one, you have -7, so the equation has no real roots. And if you are studying complex numbers, or it's useful for you to get the complex roots, you can click here, get complex roots, and the program will show you the results in C. So you'll have the real part and the imaginary part for both roots. In the graphic you'll have also this feature. You can click here on x belongs to set of C, and you'll have the complex roots in the Argand diagram. So you'll have here the real root, the real axis, and the imaginary axis, and the position of the complex roots. So thank you for watching. Be aware that if you have small devices, very small devices, it will be hard to read the text. So and because this is not a free application, just be aware of that. Maybe it's better to try the free version first and see if you can read the data that is displayed on your phone. If it is not, it's better not to buy the application. So I don't want to receive comments saying I bought the application but I can't see nothing, I can't read the data. So please be aware and avoid to buy the application if you have a teeny device. So if you also experience some error or some problems, or if you have some suggestions, don't hesitate to contact me. In case of errors, please provide all the information, the equation that you were studying, the screen that caused the error, and if possible give me also the model of your device, the Android version, and even better if you could take a screenshot. It will be wonderful, as it will help me to better understand what went wrong. I hope you enjoyed the application and see you next video.